kind of wish it had that caramel top. Howdy folks, so this is pudding and milk from Sangaria. Sangaria is a company that got started in the 1970s. They have an entire lineup of what you would typically see in drinks. They have tea, coffee, soft drinks, alcoholic stuff, but they are not a big manufacturer. At least they're not like one of the top dogs, I guess. They're more of an also-ran kind of company. They do have an extensive lineup of stuff, which is commendable, and I guess they have to take chances on stuff like this. Japanese pudding is similar but a little different from custard pudding or flan, and doing a little research on this, what is up with you guys in Europe, more specifically Britain? You guys have a pretty loose terminology when it comes to what is a pudding. I mean, black pudding, seriously? Ugh. But looking into the history of European puddings, its roots seems to be from like ships where you have scarcity of food and you don't want to ruin or waste any food that you have, even whether they're scraps or not. So what you would do is you take whatever food scraps you have, throw it in an egg wash, I guess, and then steam it. So that's why you have all sorts of sweet and savory dishes with the name pudding in it, from like steak and kidney, suet, bread, rice, Yorkshire, and I always thought flan was either Spanish or French in origin, but according to Wikipedia, it too is British in origin, and like the other ones, you can have it either sweet or savory. And I guess sometime along the line, someone added custard to it, and they call it custard pudding. Now, how does this tie into Japan? So apparently, pudding got imported into Japan in the late 1800s. And just like all sorts of other stuff that kind of gets messed up while crossing the ocean, I guess the first dude who imported it or was introduced to it by a British sailor, I guess, misheard custard pudding as either podding or pudding. Hence, even though you do spell it pudding, it is pronounced pudding in Japanese. Who knows? They usually have like a caramel sauce top when they sell it over here, and if I was better prepared, I would have brought like a little pudding snack with me, but yeah, I'm trying to keep my girlish figure, I guess. I will have the ingredients on screen. I wonder if I have to shake this, because supposedly it has eggs in it. And I don't know about you, but I don't come from a country that has room temperature or stable eggs, if you will. Anyway, I hope this thing didn't go bad on me, or I'm gonna have a really bad day. Ooh, at the very tail end of its shelf life, I guess. All right, so yeah, let's get a cracking, I guess. Oh yeah, that smells a lot like pudding mix. So I guess my wife and kids occasionally make pudding, and it's just like a mix with gelatin in it. You put a little milk and maybe eggs, I don't know. You put it in like a jello mold, if you will. Put it in the fridge, pop it out, pour some caramel sauce on top of it, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, on the nose. So what's weird about this is, as you see in this photo, or this image, you have your pudding, and then you have your caramel sauce on top. Two distinct layers. But this is like an amalgam of both in fragrance. Okay, bottoms up. Okay, so this reminds me of maybe when I let my kids make the pudding by themselves and they got the numbers wrong, so they put in too much milk and whatever gelling agent in it was overcome by the fluid, and it just turned into a liquid. I give them props for being spot on for the flavor, but just the consistency. You know, I'm expecting something that's like a panna cotta or, you know, like a really loose jello, but this is just liquid. I guess that's where my dilemma comes out. I mean, it's spot on, flavor wise, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. Do you really want to drink a steak or a steak and kidney pie? Sorry, a steak and kidney pudding. I can take it or leave it, I guess. Okay, till next time, the drink's on me.